Yo, welcome back everybody. Today we have gameplay from Reno. It's always Reno, man. Just always pick Reno because he's so flexible, so good at gold, a triple. Great, awesome. We get to make something crazy, high tier, win the game. But if you don't, and you see those tempo lines in front of you, sometimes golding 2 stars, golding 3 stars can just snowball the game. You can win the game before anybody gets online because you just got a huge amount of power spike, and it all just rolls downhill from there. All right. Enjoy. Demons, dragons, elementals, mech, and undead. I see Reno. I want to play Reno. I really just don't like any of these other heroes. I think Reno's actually very playable right now. I know I'm a broken record whenever I get theories in my head and I talk about them on a daily basis. But my theory for this meta, even though today has been basically nothing but damage control games, is that there are 2 types of heroes that work really well. The damage control heroes, basically they're all tempo from the beginning of the game. The Illidan, the Lich King, the Alakir, the Terran. I mean, Terran's kind of can do both, but... Or the high armor greed heroes. I don't hate Proto-Whelp. Still think we take Bonehead. But yeah, if you get a hero with high armor that's super greedy, it works pretty well right now. Because you can leverage health as a resource. Missing Watson's a benefit, let's be real. Yeah. Probably not a benefit for the team portion. For the gameplay portion. But my god, was that a bad trade. You burn all goodwill with your franchise and get a player who's not even making it through a season. And burn like half of your, or whatever, is 20% of the salary cap of the team. Browns, Vikings, Bills. We know the pain. And the Lions. I feel like the Lions is the other one that fits that bill. This season, a little better. Mask gives Reno a second wind. Yeah, I'm never going to be on board with that analysis. I don't think Mask really changes much for heroes that have one-time hero powers. They're so heavily tied to the first high roll that getting lucky to find a different hero power for something late game is just fairly irrelevant. Alright. Golden Barnstormer turn 3. He's got to have a minion on the board, right? He went 3 on 3, but he hero powers his cookie. Surely he has a minion on the board. We're going to get an Ellie's game. It's Ellie's time. Is the 50k channel point redemption gone? Like for someone raiding somebody. It was already redeemed today. It was already redeemed, but it will be there. Like it's there every day. It's just a question of, has somebody else gotten to it already? Can't really do more than one pick who to raid redemption. It's hard to split the raid and send them in separate directions. Brown saved Atlanta from doing the exact same trade. Yeah, we're just dumb. All right. Okay, part of me wants this too. You know what? I feel like the greed, it's just like full send greed is the play here. When you're in this position, it's just full fucking send greed. If we were 100% greed, we'd hold the anomaly for the double party elemental on the next board. I think I'd rather just buy other elementals on the next board. We can have the party with a refreshing anomaly as well. Let's go. Let's go. Actually good combat. Let's fucking go. Actually great combat. That was perfect. Should have mods for stuff like that? Nah. Who would need a mod? I would like to ask for a raid. Yeah, but like it's just not going to happen today. Like that's the point. It's all good. It's not a big deal. It'd just be a different day. Points aren't going anywhere. I think we're leveling. But we could reroll first. It's a lot of barnstorming. I'm going to storm the shit out of some barns right now. Oh, we gonna storm them. You don't even know. Make sure golden dies. We should be pretty weak compared to our opponent. It's just more important that we trim down damage. I think it's a relatively baity thing. When you get cards like Barnstormer, if it doesn't die, it doesn't die, but I'd much rather have 2 less elemental buff and 10 extra health at this point in the game. And it's probably not even a concern, let's be real. We're not going to be stronger than opponents. Well, this is annoying. Game. Okay, game. At least give me one of these so I can just play this and keep it on the board. Give me one of those 3. Quick pivot mechs. No. I don't think that I will. I think we're dragons. Could be. Could be an elemental dragon game. It is certainly possible. Why not? Why wouldn't you both value trade the 1/2? Pretty good. Pretty good, pretty good, pretty good, pretty good. Greed it up. All right. Turn 7. That's a 4-on-6 line. Discover a 4-star from Cookie. Did damage to people too. Gross. Would you pick double death rattles if offered? Early in the turn, yeah. Late in the turn, maybe. Depends on what we've seen, what our board state looks like at the time. Like first board, yeah. 4 additional buffed elementals in the future is probably worth 3 gold. Not too shocking. We knew this was going to be strong. Pretty good hits, though. Pretty okay hit, though. Hit this one. You're so smart. You're a smart thunderstorm. What do you call a flock of pants? I don't know. What do you call a flock of pants? Meh. Sure. Hey, Jakirik! Yo, Jakirik coming in hot. Raid with Part 29. My dude, thank you so much for the raid and the shout out. He's on top of this shit. Double death rattles. Yeah. This seems like a scenario where we take it. Sure feels like a lower trajectory for the meta. Like, it feels far too fair to be good. But sometimes fair and quick can still win. Our timeline to win the game, though, is pretty short. We want this to devolve into everybody die quickly. Honestly, outside of Undead, Elemental's probably our highest number of first place games this season. Which is weird, because I keep saying, like, Undead or Elemental's unreliable. It just happens, like, when you get the good Elemental pop-offs, they get online so quickly, they do just murder people. The only elementals that made work is tripling in the Azurite and staying on 3 the whole time. I've done 4 with Azurite a bunch of times. Probably 6 to 8 wins in the last 2 whatever weeks. Hey! The fuck? So to answer your question, no, we shouldn't buy double death rattles because it's bullshit. Bruh. 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 All right, bruh. Give me something to work with over here. It's going to be a surprise board. We're going to surprise the shit out of people. You ever like Warp Wing more than the 2020? Mixed Minions Undead? Get a Rock? Yeah. We don't have that, though. We don't have that card. Alright. Demon seems fun. So, you would buy an Urzul for 3 gold, and then you would buy a Demon for 3 gold for the low % chances that the tavern has an elemental that you can eat. Feels a little bit weak. If you were on 6 and you had like a pseudo-infinite board, Urzuls, and then create the taverns full of elementals that then consume over and over again, works, but super niche. Master Realities. That's probably our best hit in the game at this point. Go Power Rangers. Look at our board go. Thunderstorms are just invincible, though. I like buying the Feldrake late game. Yeah, sometimes it can work. Sometimes it doesn't. Time and a place. Master of Realities. Too late, brother. Too late, brother. Evolve? It's a 6 and 3 5s. Yeah, evolve. About that. You know you want it. You know what? The other two are not useful to me. Calicos technically has a use. Felbat's cute. Felbat's not that cute. It's not going to be on the board this turn. Is a little bit tough to justify. You're not freezing boards like that. It's worth to sell off the refresh minion to guarantee the LE triple Drake. Huh? Oh, you're saying sell this thing off to get the Divine Shield on the Sandstone Drake? Nah. I'd rather just have a 50-50 on the triple and still have the potential. Yeah, I get what you're saying. I was looking at the last board like, what am I missing here? You're saying on the triple before. No. Not selling off our set like our third biggest minion in order to make a 50-50 into 100. Yeah, I'd prefer this thing get hit, but it ain't the end of the world. I get you now. I see you. Do we buy double death rattles now? I hear what you're saying, just not agreeing with it. Yeah. Surprise. It's not elemental surprise. It's the least surprised I've ever been. No, Chris. No. I'm Mergul if we think it's going to stay on the board for some reason against any of these board states. Maybe this one. Or it's Fort because I can throw a Fort at the board for 1 turn and take 2 4/4s. If I think I'm way ahead or something. I don't think I'm way ahead. I think, in fact, I'm looking dead. Felbat's cute. I mean, Felbat's bad. Like, Felbat's not even remotely good. There's only one thing. It only eats one thing on the board. Unless we could freeze an elemental shop at the end of the turn. Like, it's not going to get much. And it starts as an 8/5 instead of a minion that we buy from the shop as a 30/30. But he's cute, though. I mean, all you Edward fucks out there. Looking at vampires and you're like, oh, that's some good shit right there. Would love to be bitten on by that. You know what? I don't get it, but fair enough. I'd love that they chow down on me. Hard pass. Hard pass, hard pass, hard pass. I'd smash. But you didn't smash for it? Look at those. Look at those fucking tusks, dude. That shield. Do me a favor. Fort. Where are the shield? Yeah. Bring the shield with you. Oh, that's the good shit right there. Smash or Pass BG's edition? Pretty much. That's pretty much where we are. Look at all this extra gold. I mean, who wouldn't hit that? Yes. That appears to be the dominant thought here. I'm more of a fort kind of guy than a vampire kind, but whatever. Nah, dog. Yeah, dog. Should do this. Before rolling. Rock, rock. Spell, spell. No pairs, right? Just making sure. Golden's not terrible. Got like forever in this turn. We can make the world's slowest decisions because like 70 seconds still. Ugh. It's a pair. That's a card. Do I need to keep the Bramble Witch and play for it in triple in the long run, or do I want to play toward more pairs? Hard to say. It's a Bramble Witch. It's a cleave. Could be like the best minion we could see. I like getting this thing on the board. I don't like giving up stats here, because we really don't have the world's best first place line. Just be really strong now, or as strong as we can be. There's a lot of value off the rock in a turn. We want Elemental Surprise, we want to build a board full of Divine Shields. Divine Shield spell would even be tempting, but it's a lot cheaper to take Elemental Surprise than the Divine Shield spell. Plus it consolidates board. He's a lot weaker than I thought he'd be. Okay. 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 You're supposed to die, brother. My free shit. Tethlon's back? Yeah, but Tethlon is really bad now. And new hero power just doesn't cut it. Every third spell you buy costs one less. Oof. Hard pass. Interesting. We're treeples. They're a treeple. Alright, looks like we're not getting this dream. Fair enough. Really just not leaving any stats on the table. My approach for LAs this season has been very shallow. Like, as much as I like holding every pair, playing toward the ultra late game state, it feels like you pressure people out of games or they just get something broken and beat you. I really don't like playing no things through with Rock holding 3 pairs in hand, leaving a little minion on the board. Let's just try to crunch them before they can crunch us. Yeah, like that. We beat it before it gets to be all gigantic ass Eternal Knights. Like that kind of shit. Huh? 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 It's big. It wasn't big fast enough. Cool. Cool, 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 cool. Sure. Ooh. Ooh, piece of candy. Ooh, piece of candy. One elemental surprise the entire game. It's a little bit awkward. Thing's cute. Where's your Firebat now? It would just eat one thing. It's one per turn. Every turn that we could have left that, it could have been about as big as like an elemental. You're right, there's value there. There's just not a lot. Wonder if I ever used small taunt here. Probably the answer is yes. Probably should have held this off the board so it could be slightly small. It's not going to matter that it's at 10 versus 8. The bigger deal is that we have this and this against demons. It's not like the old school like Exodia Pirate griefing where you need the smallest taunt possible. That's why we wanted the Bramble Witch earlier. It's because we saw too many people like mechs and demon boards that they're going to play toward things that are susceptible to being countered by Bramble. Got lucky and found it here at the end. Should make the matchup better. Easy clap. There you go. No broken shit for you. Or AFK, it's just demons are kind of like this. There's a reason why every time we play demons, we talk about just being in, kind of like this elemental line. There's not a lot of reason to go for like the ultra best late game board state because you're card countered by cards. There are too many cards that just beat you. Bramble Witch is just a ridiculous counter card to you. And it's very, very, very difficult to avoid that kind of scenario. We just pressured everybody out of that lobby and like nothing flat. That's Ellie's. We actually have gotten a lot of Ellie's wins this season, and they all kind of look that way. You just get power quickly, and you push people out and hope the game doesn't last long enough. If you triple Rock with different effects, how would the golden work? It always resets to attack the turn you play it down. Doesn't matter if they're both on health, both on attack, one on health. It always resets to attack as a golden one. It just creates a golden version of a vanilla minion, which is always attack first.